Some days come and go with little distinction. And then there's days that you'll never forget. Days that'll change your lives in ways that you could never imagine and never prepare for. For me, I had one of those days just over 10 years ago. It was September 27th, 2005. It was a typically fall day and a relatively uneventful day around the world. Nothing extraordinary happened on this day, but for me, my life, my world was drastically changing. You see, by the end of this day, I would have lost my grandmother and my father. My mother having lost her husband and her mother on the same day. I had the unenviable task, just 4 days later, of eulogizing both of them, just about an hour apart. Funerals are often a time of reflection for many of us. For me, it was this, but it was so much more as I had the heartbreaking honor of speaking to two people who had become so significant in my life. My grandmother, Luch we called her, was a strong woman who instilled in me a sense of strength, purpose, and resolve. My father, Bernie, grew up in a home without running water. The son of immigrants, his dad was a coal miner for 50 years. My dad and my mom instilled in me and my brother and sister a sense of grit, pride, and an I can attitude. Both their spirit and their determination had built me into the person I had become. At the time, I was a lead instructor with the Golf Digest schools and living the good life in many ways. I had the best job in the industry, doing what I loved, living in incredible places like Lake Tahoe in the summer and West Palm Beach in the winter. I was working with highly successful people who respected me because I was helping them do something better, and so they valued me. But on that day when I eulogized both my grandmother and my father, everything changed, and it would never be the same. As the dust settled, I thought and I reflected, and I thought about my eulogy, and I asked myself 3 questions. 1, when I die, will anyone have anything to say about me? 2, will it be true? And 3, will it matter? No matter how I spun it, all the answers were always the same. Not really, probably not, and no. It was right then and there that though I realized I was successful in the eyes of many, I was still unfulfilled, and I was extremely empty. But why? As I thought about this, I only landed on one thing, and that was, though I was successful, I was far from significant. What is the difference between success and significance? John Maxwell, he's a best-selling author and well-known motivational speaker, has written a lot on this topic. Simply put, the pursuit of success is an inherently selfish motive that's fueled by individual accomplishment. Now, let's acknowledge that what motivates us for success is also unselfish. We want to get a good job and make our parents proud. We want to make sure that our teachers and our guidance counselors know that they aren't out of their minds for writing us that recommendation letter. Success is not a bad thing. It's a great thing. But significance is success on steroids. Significance is success leveraged. Significance requires a selflessness. When we pursue success, the rewards are personal. But when we seek significance, the rewards come in the form of the success of others. Like many others, this shift in thinking from success to significance has been a game changer for me. My one hope today is that you would leave here and think about the possibilities for you and for the world if you were to think about how you could leverage your talents, your gifts, your skills for significance. For me, that shift in thinking was the impetus for Bernie's Book Bank. It was clear over time that a career in the golf business would never quench my thirst to be significant. Eventually, I was let out of the golf business and began to pursue a career as an elementary school teacher in an at-risk community. To get my foot in the door, I became a reading paraprofessional in Zion at Shiloh Park Elementary. I was deeply and forever impacted with my experience with those children at Shiloh Park Elementary. Those children were so eager to learn, but they were so far behind because they started school not reading ready. You see, for at-risk children, the only one legitimate ticket to a better life is education. Arriving at kindergarten not reading ready almost kills any chance of a successful educational journey. I learned so much at Shiloh Park Elementary, working alongside of so many selfless teachers who had dedicated a lifetime to these children. It was truly humbling. But what I also realized is that I could probably have more impact outside the walls of the school to help support all the great work being done within. I wanted to solve a solvable problem, and one that was specific to reading, the most important skill any of us will ever have. I saw a huge opportunity as it pertained to the lack of book ownership among at-risk children. It seemed the supply outweighed the demand. And so, Bernie's Book Bank was born. Starting out of my garage, I began to collect children's books through very small book drives. My first 4 pallets of brand new books from publishers, I literally took out of a dumpster, box by box, on an anonymous tip from the distributor who had been instructed to destroy the books. From there, with a borrowed van, I began to distribute 6 books per bag to each child at Shiloh Park, and then another school, and then another school, promising I would be back in the spring to deliver more, only on the hope and faith that there would be. It was simple. Get books, package books, distribute books. Never could I have predicted that so many people would be so eager to contribute. But because they were, Bernie's Book Bank has grown to be a logistical bridge that now collects, processes, and distributes 2.5 million quality books a year, serving 200,000 children each year in Chicagoland with 12 quality books every year. But the Bernie's Book Bank story is just beginning. We have an ambition to become an American institution and replicate in every major city in the country. And not so we can just put it on the back of our jerseys, but because we believe that America needs an institution like Bernie's Book Bank. We play a significant role in the educational journeys of the children we serve. It's almost impossible to explain to you the feeling we get by knowing how important we are for these children. Thank you notes just like this remind us every day just how significant we've become. Now let me bring this back to you. What gifts do you have? I know a lot of you in this room have special talents. But let me tell you something. It doesn't take special talents to be significant. It takes time, intention, and selflessness. And maybe, just maybe, it takes a little bit of sacrifice. All of us in this room have an incredible opportunity to be significant today. How can you be significant today in your homes, in your schools, in your town, in your community? Not everyone has the opportunity to be significant. Don't waste it. Don't wait. Now is the time. And so I plead with you, take 10 minutes today, just 10 minutes, and start to think about how significance might look for you. How can you better someone's life today, right now? And then think about how you might be able to grow that over time and maybe influence others to become significant too. I'll leave you with one question. What will your answers to these 3 questions be? Thank you.